Good evening and welcome to another edition of What's Happening in Stark County. I'm Susie Vitale. Our first two guests this evening are Mary Pummel, who's the chairman, and Dr. David Smith, who's the honorary chairman of an event coming up at Doctors Hospital. Mary, what is that event called?
It's called Walk of Fair 95, a joint parade.
Okay, why does it have slightly a different title this year?
Well, this year, in the last 5 years, the Walk of Fair has been quite a success. And this year we've teamed up with National Organization for Orthopedic Research and Education. And the proceeds this year will go toward orthopedic research.
Okay, and why are you involved in this year?
Well, I suppose as an orthopedic surgeon that allows me to get involved. It is a joint parade. It's a celebration of mobility. That's one of my jobs and my vocation. And so it's a real thrill to be able to celebrate this and to be with people who have benefited from great amounts of research over the last 25 years in orthopedic surgery.
Okay. Now, this is going to be a large event. Where's it going to be held?
Well, we're changing the venue this year to Jackson Township, so it will be held at the Jackson Community Park across from Jackson High School and adjacent to the public library.
Okay, when is this going to be?
This is May 7th. Registration is to start at 12 o'clock. The pledged walk will be started by Ted Henry, our official starter, and we'll run, the official walk is at 1, I'm sorry, and anyone is welcome to walk though, you know.
Okay, and this is a walk, not a run, is that right?
No.
Okay.
That's correct.
How far are you asking people to walk?
I believe the track is a mile long. It's not designed to be competitive. It's just simply a walk, and again, in celebration of joint mobility.
Is this a pledged walk?
Yes. In order to get Snoopy and Friends t-shirt,
it's so
I'll have to show you here.
It's a very nice quality t-shirt, which I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it's a really thick one.
Okay, each person that is able to get a pledge of $25 can get a t-shirt. And anyone bringing in $250 in pledges on up to $1,000 has the opportunity to choose from a catalog of other gifts.
How do you register for this? Do you need to register in advance?
Well, it would be nice to have pre-registration, and we've asked people to fill out their pledge forms, but you know, the day of, we're prepared and we can handle walk-ons. Okay,
now while the people are walking around the track, are there things going on in the park? What sort of things? Do you have games or?
There'll be games for the kids. We have a clown, Gigi the clown, and he'll be making balloon art. We have face painters. The hospital is participating, all the departments in the hospital. We'll have booths set up. There will be some health screenings. And
okay, so there are information booths like last year? Are there going to be any about orthopedic surgery or joint replacement or anything like that?
Well, frankly, I've left that to Mary.
Okay.
I think that there are some other booths representing professional interests, and I think the main thrust is to celebrate joint mobility. It's a sponsorship by the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, and there will be 70 of these walks going on across the nation on that same weekend.
Okay, so there are going to be a lot of things going on. If you have children, they'll be able to play with the games or visit the clown. And are there refreshments?
Yes, there will be a food vendor there, and T. Meldrum Company. So.
Okay, so if people get hungry or thirsty, there's going to be food there. Okay, now how do you go about registering? If you want to get one of these, where do you get a registration form?
Well, they're available either through the hospital's public relations department. All the chambers of commerce in the area have them at the Jackson Park.
Okay, and is this just Massillon, or is this just Doctors Hospital in Massillon, or are there other hospitals involved?
We're spearheading this,
right.
But we have invited Massillon Community's orthopedic surgeons to participate, and several of their patients will be joining us that day.
Okay, we've only got about 30 seconds left. If somebody wants information, what number would they call?
They can call the hospital public relations department at 837-7574.
Okay, and this is Walk of Fair, a joint parade, and what's the date one last time?
May 7th.
Okay, and it's around 12:30 is when you register.
12 o'clock registration can begin.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've got more. Stay with us. Our next guest is Bob Schwartz. Bob is from Hallmark Furniture, and he provides us with our set. But Bob's here tonight to talk about the Crohn and Colitis Foundation and an event that they're having. So first of all, for people who don't know, what is Crohn's disease and what is colitis? Are many Americans dealing with this?
There's over 2 million people in America have Crohn's and colitis. Crohn's is a disease of the intestines, and colitis is part of the same family. Of the 2 million Americans that have it, there's approximately 200,000 children under the age of 16 have Crohn's and colitis. It's a disease that the kids are having a lot of problems trying to find out, why do I have it? Why doesn't Nancy next door have it? Why doesn't Sammy next door have it? Why can't I go out and play ball? Why am I confined to the house? And what we're attempting to do is find a cause and cures for this disease. I've had Crohn's for 35 years. I've been operated on once. I am now in a position again where I would probably have to go through another operation. They have not found a cure or a cause as yet.
It's difficult to diagnose, isn't it?
It is very difficult. I went in with having flu-like symptoms 5-6 times during the course of a year. The last 2 times I went in was in the summer, where normally you don't catch the flu. And we just got to a point that my family physician didn't know what was happening, and we asked him to allow us to go up to Cleveland Clinic, where they diagnosed it immediately as Crohn's, and that was some 35 years ago, and at that time I went through an operation.
Now, you've been involved with the foundation for quite a while.
Yes, I was involved with the Cleveland chapter. We have now started a Stark County chapter. I've been chairman of the Bowl-a-thon for the past 4 years now, and it's increased substantially each year. The Bowl-a-thon really is a way of raising money to help find a cause and cure for Crohn's and colitis. We have a Bowl-a-thon coming up April 30th. We have gone one step further. We have asked a lot of radio personalities and television personalities who will be bowling with us. We invite our people from the community to come in and watch their favorite disc jockey or favorite on-air personality and bowl with them, or help us to try and find a cause and cure of Crohn's and colitis.
Okay, where's the Bowl-a-thon going to be?
The Bowl-a-thon will be at the College Bowl. It'll be April 30th. It'll be at 2 p.m. It'll probably run between 2 and 5. Last year we had approximately 50 bowlers, and we raised a little over $5,000.
What's the minimum that you want someone to get in pledges for the Bowl-a-thon?
We really don't have a minimum. We would love to have a person handle it from $30 on up. They will bowl 3 games free. They will be giving a t-shirt. Last year we probably had about 75 prizes, so just about everybody's going to win some kind of a prize. There'll be a lot of snacks that will be free. And it's just a fun event.
It sounds like fun. I haven't bowled in a long time, so.
Well, we would love to have you come on.
I'm not anticipating a high score, but I will be there.
No, it's a lot of fun. There'll be a lot of people there. There are a lot of people have brought teams along, and there are a lot of individuals that would be bowling. I feel very strongly about this bowl-a-thon. I definitely want to try and find a cause and cure of the disease that I have. I'm lucky in view of the fact that I'm still able to work, play tennis once or twice a week if I can get away with it, but there are a lot of people that have been, that have it, lose their jobs, they have no insurance whatsoever, and it really becomes a burden on the families along with themselves. I'm trying to figure out a way to stop that.
Okay, we don't have much time left, so if someone wants to register, how do they go about this?
All right, they can contact me. My name is Bob Schwartz, and I'm at Hallmark Furniture. That phone number is 456-7161, or Sherry Smith, 497-9981. Either one of us will take your phone call. We'll send you out an application immediately, and we'd love to have you there on April 30th.
Okay, April 30th, Bowl-a-thon, and what time again?
It's at 2 p.m. It's at the College Bowl in Canton.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Yeah, you're quite welcome. Thank you very much.
Okay, stay with us. We've got more. Our next two guests are Pat Douglas, who's the Vice President of Community Services, and Cindy Lemon, who are both from Parents Without Partners. Now, Parents Without Partners is an organization that is locally here, but would you like to tell us about it a little bit? What is Parents Without Partners?
Okay, what we do as a group, Parents Without Partners, is a support group for people who, for whatever reason, find themselves single and with a child to raise.
Okay. And when did you start Parents Without Partners? Is this a national organization or is this just locally?
No, actually it's international.
International,
It was founded in New York in 1957. Our group here in Canton was founded in 1967. But we have affiliates Germany, Australia, Great Britain, Canada. We have over 700 chapters actually throughout the world.
Okay, how long have you been going?
I've been a member for 12 years.
Okay, and how about you, Cindy?
8 years.
8 years, okay. Now, could you give us, just sort of tell us what a meeting is like for someone who might be interested in coming?
Well, our meetings are every Monday from 8 in the evening until 10. 3 weeks out of the month, we have one of our members talk on a subject. One Monday out of the month, we have an outside speaker come in.
Okay, and where's the meeting held?
The Church of the Lakes.
Okay, and it's at what time? 8:30, did you say?
8 o'clock
8
until 10
o'clock?
o'clock.
8 till 10. Okay, and this is every week, which is really good because for a support group to be able to come every week is really important. Okay, so, and you're just sharing different things. And is there a cost? Are there dues to belong?
We have an annual yearly dues, $25.
Okay, and if people are interested in more information, I understand you're going to be having a booth somewhere. Do you want to tell us about that?
We're going to be at the Civic Auditorium in downtown Canton on May 21st.
Okay.
The City of Canton is sponsoring a, I forget exactly what it's called.
Family fair.
It's a
Sort of a family fair, I
celebrating the
believe.
family fair, I believe is what it's called. And we'll be part of that. We were asked, we were invited to have a booth.
Okay.
So we'll have our members staffing a booth from 12:30 until 4:30 on May 21st.
Okay, now when I was talking to you last night, you were telling me all these really great things that you do. I mean, you're a very, very active organization. Do you want to tell us about some of the activities that you do as adults?
We have dances, usually about twice a month, right?
Twice a month.
And with our neighboring chapters, if we don't have one, they might have one. We have eat-outs. They go to different restaurants.
There have been trips too, I believe.
Oh yeah, we do quite a bit. We not only do a lot for the children, but also for the adults. Last fall when the leaves were changing, a group of us went to the Smoky Mountains, saw the beautiful colors in the leaves. The year before that, there was a group that went to Virginia Beach. We do lots of things for the kids.
Okay, what sort of things do you do? Now, do you do things, you bring the kids along then, everybody's children along? Do you want to tell us about some of the things you do?
Well, the Family Activities Director sets up different functions for the kids. We do things like go to the go-kart tracks. The kids love that.
Hay rides.
Hay rides.
Halloween parties, Easter parties.
We've taken them to the batting cages. We've taken them to the Invaders games.
Miniature golfing and roller skating. And another thing, Parents Without Partners usually foots the bill for the children.
Okay. Yeah, because it does get to be a lot when you're by yourself to be taking your children all these places. So, and there are things that for the children alone, we don't have a lot of time left, but you do also have a support group for the children alone if they're interested in that. Do you want to real briefly tell us about that?
Well, our group for the children, it's mostly for the younger teens. And what it is, it's a support group where they can get together, talk over the problems, because one thing they have in common is they're all in the same situation.
Okay.
And we've got over 200 members in our organization, and it's pretty tough to find somebody in a situation that somebody else hasn't already been through.
Okay, we're almost out of time, but I wanted to emphasize that this is not just for people with children, it's also, like you said, your mother, she has a child, which is you,
I'm her
and she's
child.
joined. So what's the phone number if people want more information?
They should call 438-9229.
Okay, it sounds like a great group. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Kate Rudis. Stay with us. Our next guest is our good friend Kate Ruda. Kate has recently been inducted into the CTC Hall of Fame, but Kate's here to talk about another Hall of Fame, and that's with the YWCA Women's Hall of Fame. And would you like to explain to us, Kate, about this Women's Hall of Fame?
Sure. In 1990, the Canton YWCA started thinking and really considered the fact that there were many women in the community who had achieved a great deal in terms of their own careers, but who had also been really oriented to the community, made lots of good contributions to the community, and they felt that that effort on behalf of these women should be recognized. And it also seemed like a good way to bring attention to the Canton YWCA. In the last several years, we have done a great deal in the way of services to women and children. And the Canton YWCA uses this event not only to honor these women, but also as a reminder to the community that there is so much being done for women and children and families as well.
That's really a good idea. Now, how are women nominated for this?
Well, they can be nominated by anybody in the community. We solicit those nominations in the springtime. We let several organizations that we know do this on a regular basis, and we make it known throughout the community. Anybody. You know, you don't have to belong to a club or an organization. You simply, as a citizen of Stark County, if you have a neighbor that you think has been really outstanding in her work and in her community involvement and you'd like to nominate her, you simply call the YWCA, they send you a nomination form, and it's taken on from there.
Okay, how is the selection process handled?
Well, that's done by a group of judges, and every year we have been fortunate to have Family Court Judge Julie Edwards head that committee for us. And she always gathers a good group of people. This year we have Jane Burt, Marilyn Jones, Barbara Garofalo Frustacci, and I have to look at my cheat sheet here, Rosemary Rubin. There's so many names I can't remember them all. These folks sit down, go over the nomination forms. In addition to the nomination form that the individual fills out, then we also contact the nominee and ask them to give more complete information. So they're working from a large volume of information. They can judge by what they see whether or not this person is suitable for an award for the Canton YWCA's Women's Hall of Fame.
Is there some sort of criteria that they use, or do they just sort of?
Well, they have done that for several years, and I think it's a matter of balancing the person's work efforts in their professional life and also in whatever they are doing within the community. And that's a pretty, you can usually tell by the volume of work that the person has done within the community and where she may be in her career, whether that be for a corporation, her own business, or a service agency.
Okay, now this culminates in an awards banquet.
Right.
Do you want to tell us about that? Because there are tickets available.
Yes, we do want people to know that we have tickets. The awards banquet is being held at the Canton Hilton on Thursday, May 25th. And we start with a social hour. I guess it's a misnomer because the social hour only lasts a half hour.
Oh well.
So that starts at 5:30, and then we have dinner at 6. The awards follow, and then our speaker. And this year we have quite a good speaker, a person from Ohio, Deborah Cook. She is an Ohio State Supreme Court judge. Those who have heard her speak say that she's quite good. So we're looking forward to not only a wonderful evening of recognizing women and a teen who have achieved in our community, but we also will have an interesting speaker that I'm sure everybody will enjoy.
Okay, now we only have about a minute left. The money that is raised from this banquet is used for the Y services, I understand?
This year, and I have to admit that I knew the Y when that building was new, and the social room is looking kind of tacky. So we are going to use the monies raised to, I think we need some new windows in there. We certainly need carpet and wall covering. So the tickets, which are, by the way, $25, a portion of that ticket will be used to help refurbish that room. You know,
Okay.
everybody's house should have one nice room where
That's
you can
right.
take company, right?
We'll ask Dick about that. What's the phone number real quickly?
453-7644.
Okay, thanks for coming, Kate.
Thank you.
Next up is Pat Anderson. Stay with us. Next up is Pat Anderson with the calendar of events. Pat?
Thank you, Susie. The Quail Hollow State Park Camera Club meets the second and the fourth Tuesdays at 7 o'clock at the Mansion. Guests are welcome. The meetings feature programs of instruction and entertainment. For more information, you can call 877-6652 or 452-8085. The Video Camera Club has its regular meeting the third Wednesday of each month starting at 7 o'clock. The meetings are held at the Market Heights Community Church located at 3129 North Market Avenue in Canton. The club is open to anyone who is interested in audio or visual. The dues are $8 a year, and you can call 494-1266 for more information. Help foster the growth of a child. Learn how to become a foster parent through the Stark County Department of Human Services. For more information, please call 438-8789. The Auxiliary of the Canton Christian Home invites you to their Arts and Crafts Festival on Thursday, May 4th and Friday, May 5th at their 2550 Cleveland Avenue Northwest, Canton, Ohio address. The hours of the festival are 10 in the morning until 8:30 each day. There will be gospel sing under the big tent on Thursday, May 4th at 7, and a chicken barbecue under that same tent on Friday, May 5th from 5 to 7:30. Just know that the tickets for the barbecue must be purchased prior to the event. Call the home at 456-0004 for tickets and more details. A 6-hour first aid class will be offered at First Friends on Saturday, May 13th from 8 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. This course meets the certification standards of the Ohio Department of Human Services, and those attending the class will receive certificates. This class is especially helpful for those who work in the area of child care as well as others. For more details and to register, you can call them at 492-6333. Applications for the Pro Football Hall of Fame Festival Kickoff Sunday Parade are now available. Groups and individuals wishing to apply to participate in the 1995 parade, which will be on Sunday, July 23rd, can obtain the application forms at the Canton Regional Chamber of Commerce office. Their phone number is 456-7253. The Hall of Fame Regional Senior Olympics is now calling for entries. Games are scheduled for June 5th through the 10th and are geared for all seniors age 55 and over from Holmes, Stark, Tuscarawas, Wayne, Ashland, and Richland counties. This is the fourth year for the Hall of Fame Games. New to the lineup this year is the 5K, the 10K road races, and archery. For interested persons who are not already on the Regional Senior Olympics mailing list, you can call 492-6739. 5 educational workshops will be offered in the spring and summer by Kent State University College of Education at the Stark campus. And for a descriptive catalog of Kent's summer 1995 education continuing studies, you can call 1-800-672-5782. Citizens may turn in guns for vouchers from 8 in the morning until noon on May 20th at 2 sites. They are the Canton Memorial Civic Center at 1101 Market Avenue North and the Canton Urban League Community Center at 1400 Sherrick Road Southeast. The program is sponsored by Guns Off the Streets Committee, and donations of support are needed. Interested donors should call Gary Zink at 454-8009. And Malone College will offer 11 graduate workshops designed for educators and counselors July 17th through August 18th this summer. For a brochure of the workshops, call the Graduate School at 471-8210. The Community Television Consortium of Stark County has volunteer opportunities for anyone interested in television, production, or broadcasting. Areas are available for trainees including public relations, marketing, script writing, camera and technical work, timekeeping, and floor manager. All you need is a desire to learn while helping our Stark County nonprofit health, cultural, and educational organizations. You can call for more information at our CTC number, which is 493-8925. And if your nonprofit club or organization would like to appear on What's Happening or have its announcements on the calendar, you can write to us, the Community Television Consortium, Post Office Box 8335, Canton, Ohio, 44711, or give us a call at that number, which again is 493-8925. What's Happening is broadcast on Warner Cable Channel 11 on Tuesdays at 6 and Thursdays at 6:30, and Maslin Cable Channel 50 on Thursdays at 7:30.
Thanks, Pat. That wraps up another edition of What's Happening in Stark County. Thanks for joining us.